y'all, and welcome to the Crazy Sock Lady YouTube channel. My name is Kayla and this is my channel where I share all about my making adventures. Today I have knitting and crochet to share with you. I have 2 finished pairs of socks to show you, and I actually only have 1 pair of socks on the needles right now. But then I also have a blanket that I showed you last week that I want to update you on. So there's a few things to chat about today and catch y'all up on. Before we get started with finished objects, you can find me on Instagram and RAVELRY as The Crazy Sock Lady, and I will have links right down below this video for everywhere that you can find me, as well as links to any shops that I talk about, links to my RAVELRY project pages. Everything is going to be right down there for you. So finished socks, I have 2 pairs. The first pair that I finished, this would be pair 49 for the year, and this was from yarn from the November Woolen Women Fibers box. I think the colorway name was Cocoa with the Crinkles, and this one worked up so pretty. I love the green that I used for the cuff and the heel that came with the sock set in the box. I just did my vanilla socks on 9-inch circulars for this. US 0 2mm is what I use when I am using 9-inch circulars. I did 25 rounds of knit 2 purl 2 ribbing for the cuff and 60 rounds for the leg. So happy with how those worked up. So those are done and off the needles, and then I also just last night finished pair 50 for the year, and this was 3 by the Sea Designs Spooktacular sock set. For this I did my vanilla bean sock pattern. It's getting a little blown out today, but it's such a fun Halloween colorway. I did the black mini that came with the sock set just for the heel, and then a pop of color at the top of the cuff. When I do the pop of color, I just cast on with that, and then for this one I did 10 rounds of knit 2 purl 2 ribbing before switching to the main color to finish out the 25 rounds of the cuff. And again, I worked these up on 9-inch circulars, just following my vanilla bean sock pattern. So those are my 2 finished pairs of socks. I need to get pictures of these today because I have yet to do that. So I'm going to set those right over there so that hopefully I do not forget. I also have 2 works in progress to show you. The first one is a pair of socks. It is my only pair of socks that I have on the needles right now. It is in a bag from Mountain State Stitches. And in here I have my October Yarnable socks. The colorway name is If You've Got It, Haunt It. There is the label. And I'm just doing vanilla socks for this. Have 1 finished. Look how pretty that colorway is. For this I did 9-inch circulars again, 25 rounds of knit 2 purl 2 ribbing, 60 for the leg, the usual. Got all my markers over here on this side. First one's done. I finished this morning and started the second one and did 5 rounds on the cuff. I wanted to at least have it started before I put it away to get some stuff done around the house. So not much to show on this second sock, but it is at least started. It'll be some good treadmill knitting for the next week or so until it is done. So yes, only pair of socks that I have going, but I may have, when I opened up the cabinets back here, I open those when I sit down to record so that there's not a huge glare on the glass of those. But when I opened that up, I was like, you know, I should pick out some yarn for my next few cast-ons. So I may have grabbed 3. I don't know that I will cast them on all right now, but these are the 3 that caught my eye. So I grabbed them out of there, and at least 1, maybe 2 of these will be my next few cast-ons. It's already the 29th, so I know as far as like my monthly things that I get, my Yarnable, my Woolen Woman, you know, all of those things are going to start arriving soon, so I'm going to want to cast those on. So I don't know that I will start all 3 of these, but you never know. I just might. So I grabbed Stitchin' with Yarn, All Things Fall, September 2025 sock set. I just think it's so pretty, and we are still in fall, so I thought that might be fun. But then I'm also thinking ahead to Christmas because I have some things done already for other people in my life that I will gift to, but when it comes to my husband and my youngest son, I have not knit them a pair of socks for Christmas yet. And I always like to gift them each a pair of socks. So I grabbed a few things that I thought might be good. So I have Mary Maxim Simply Sock, this yarn. I have never worked with this sock yarn, but that caught my eye for one of them. And then I have some Regia Design Line by Arnie and Carlos. And I didn't even say the colors. This is 03655 for this one. And then the Mary Maxim says shade 018. So I grabbed both of those along with this sock set. These will be for Christmas gifts. And since they are men's socks, I still, for both of them, I only do a size medium because the sock sizes are based on circumference and neither of them have particularly wide feet, but they do have a large shoe size. It's like long and narrow, so I do need to get these started so that I can work on them and maybe get one done in November, one done in December, and then have a pair for each of them set aside for Christmas that I can put with the rest of the other handmade gifts that I have done that I've worked on throughout the year. So those will be future cast-ons, hopefully soon. These are always nice because I don't have to cake the yarn up. That's probably my least favorite thing about starting a new project is caking the yarn up. I don't know why. It doesn't take that long, but when I'm ready to start something, I just want to start it. So that was kind of the appeal also of grabbing these yarns. And plus they're just harder wearing yarns and they work really well for their socks. I already showed you those. Now the blanket that I showed you last week. This is with the Woolen Women Fibers blanket, year-long blanket make-along yarns. I received the first month and I have added them all to my blanket. I am using a tutorial by Noble Character Crafts and I'm trying to remember if I linked it last week. I don't know that I did, so I apologize if you were looking for it and had trouble finding it, but I will make sure that it is linked in the description box for this as well as on the Ravelry project page today. So these are all the minis that were in the first month. They're all added. The ends are woven in other than where it's like I can still do a hexagon there. It's not woven at those spots. Kind of like my Cozy Memories, I prefer to just work over the ends and then crochet them in. So yeah, all the minis are added. I still do have scraps from the minis. So I'm trying to decide. I have not attempted to do another hexagon, so maybe I will try that today, but I don't think that's going to be near enough. So I was like, do I want to do like kind of like the wallop cowl where you are working in the round for a scarf. I wouldn't connect it, I don't think, but do I want to do that just with scraps? That could be fun. DK weight cowl like that. See how far these little scraps will go and just every month add those into that. Or scrappy socks. DK weight scrappy socks. I can't decide what I want to do with those. I'm kind of leaning more towards the scarf idea because I think that would be fun. I enjoy making those. And I really think it would be fun to just do a DK weight scrappy one. So maybe I will start that today. We'll see. I always have so many plans on my days off and I don't always have as much time as I think I do to get them all done. But maybe I can get this started today. All right, that is all that I brought down to work on. I don't have anything that's arrived in the mail. Probably the next video I will have some of my monthly things to share with you. But I think that's it for today. I've had some questions if I've been working on other projects that you guys have seen in the past. I do have scrappy blankets still that are in the basket back here. I have my English paper piecing project. I do have a few shawls, a crochet one and a knit one that I'm working on. And if you don't see things here, it doesn't mean that I've frogged them or anything. Sometimes maybe, but you can always check Ravelry to see if they're still an active work in progress if you're curious. It really just means if I don't show them, there's not enough progress to really show them, or like projects can sometimes do. They sit for a while and I pick them up when I have a chance and work on them then. So yes, those projects are still there. They're still hanging out. I pick them up occasionally and work on them sometimes, but there's just not enough project to show. I tend to always have socks going, sometimes kind of hyper focus on one other project, but yeah. These are what have been worked on since the last episode, the things that you see today. So I think that's all I have today. I hope that you all are doing well, and I will see you again soon. I don't know if I'll be back next week because of my work schedule, but if not, hopefully the following week. But either way, I will see you soon, and until then, happy making and God bless you. Bye.